Hi everyone, here is AhkTaar and welcome back on my YouTube channel. And today's video I'm gonna talk about this boss, Leddy. It is the second most difficult one in this tower, in this content, because in my opinion you need some specific heroes, and yeah, if you don't have them, then it's gonna be a bit hard to beat him, but still, he is way easier than Rumil for sure, 100% sure about that. So that was the stage 60. I was running with my direct damage team, so this is almost the team I am using in against the guild boss. It is my highest damage dealer team, okay? You are gonna have a look to that. First of all, let me talk about this. The boss gets some buffs during the fight every time he plays, and the higher the amount of these buffs, the higher the damage he is gonna inflict on your heroes. And also he is gonna heal a lot if he has this high amount of buffs here. The only way to reduce the number of these buffs is to apply bleeds on him. Every time you apply one bleed, you lower one of his buffs here. And this is the only way you have to beat him. Otherwise, that means you have to be super tanky and deal a crazy amount of damage, but only Krakens can do that. And I'm not sure that they can do that 100% sure, I'm not sure. Clearly, he has way too much HP and he heals a lot if you cannot inflict a severe wound, and even with a severe wound you are gonna see he is gonna heal a lot. So look at here, look at this. I inflict all the debuffs I can on the boss. Speed reduction, defense down 60%, tenacity down 60%. I have feebleness too, I have attack buff 40% on my heroes, I have the buff from my aura and the debuff of my aura on the boss. He is taking a crazy amount of damage, he has severe wound too, and look at the amount of heals he is gonna get. It's only the boss of stage 60. Did you see that? 5,366,000. This is awesome. This is incredibly high. He is only level 330, stage 60. You have to beat him on stage 75, on the last stage. But he is way harder on the last stage. And look at this. He destroyed me. So I deal a crazy amount of damage on him, but he heals a lot. And now look at all his buffs. He is gonna destroy me just now. This is my last attack. I'm dead. I am dead. This is stage 60. Now let me show you how I managed to beat him. So just wait a second. This is what I used. So here I had only one bleeder. I have a Nicholas exclusive too, but you need, if you want to run this kind of team, you need at least a Nicholas exclusive one, because he brings a speed buff 40% to your team when he uses the second skill. And this is almost mandatory if you want to apply a lot of bleeds on the boss during every turn. Every turn you have to inflict as much bleeds as possible in order to lower this, otherwise he is gonna kill you. If you can lower this amount, you can survive, because he won't deal a lot of damage if he doesn't have a lot of stacks. So Ben Austin is mandatory here. You need Ben Austin. It's okay if you don't have Ulcaster or someone else to increase the attack of your heroes. But you can play 2 bleeders, it's gonna be better for this boss. So even if he has 10 stacks of bleeds on him, if you inflict 1 more bleeds on him, it's still gonna work. It's still gonna lower his amount of unique buffs. So Ben Austin is mandatory because he can help your bleeders to apply more bleeds. Look at this. 2 bleeds thanks to Ben Austin and his pursue. Nicholas is interesting here with bleeders, so he can lower the resistance of the boss by 50%, and it helps a lot because at the moment during the fight my Hisaro has almost 130% effect hit, and you are gonna see that he is gonna miss a lot of bleeds. So one more thing super important, as you just saw on the first turn, I kept my skills with my Catherine because I need them to survive on the next turn, because the boss has the speed reduction on him and my heroes are gonna play 2 times before the boss is gonna act, and so they will lose the buffs on them if they play if I decided to use the skill of my Catherine on the first turn. This is why I keep them for this turn. So now the goal is to apply as much bleeds as I can, and look at this, the stacks are lowering here. And so if you are able to inflict bleeds, you can survive. 10 bleeds on the boss. And also, I love Ulcaster because look at the damage he can do. It is awesome. Because he has 4 of these unique stacks here, he can apply damage immunity on himself, which can help a lot. And he deals a lot of damage if you have some crit rate on him, because he has 160% damage buff thanks to this. And now, 10 bleeds still on the boss. But you don't want to use skills that doesn't apply bleeds. It's okay. Here, what matters is the amount of bleeds you put on the boss, not the damage you inflict on him. So I could have used the second skill of my Hisaro to trigger the 10 bleeds and deal some more damage, but if I did it, the boss would have more stacks here and would kill me. So this is more important to try to inflict bleeds than trying to deal some damage. So you have to lower your mastery on your bleeders and increase their effect hit. This is the way you can beat this boss. Probably I could replace Nicholas and Ulcaster in this team. Ulcaster I don't know, because we need someone to control waves, otherwise we are gonna die against waves. But maybe I could use Guhana or Space instead of Nicholas. He is here to lower the resistance, okay? Space and Guhana can't lower the resistance, but he is here to increase the speed of my heroes and to lower the speed of the boss. So I can inflict more bleeds every turn. Maybe if you don't have Nicholas here, you can also replace him by another bleeder. If you play with 2 bleeders here, normally it could be better than that. So you can inflict more bleeds. If you have Lucia, if you have a Nidrold, if you have a Hertha, they are all great. But Hertha is gonna maybe die because she has a unique mechanic. She's gonna increase her own speed. And so if she plays too often, she's gonna lose her buffs, and so she is gonna die. But if you have a Nidrold, if you have him, Hisaro, or Lucia, it's gonna work super easy, normally. And so, it's working pretty well. And now the boss is gonna die. I didn't know what to use here, because 5 bleeds wasn't enough to kill him, and he has his ultimate, so probably he can destroy me because he has a lot of buffs now, but he died because of the bleeds. And this is the team I used to clear this content. Only Hisaro, exclusive 1, 2 mythic heroes. You don't need a Ben Austin with 5 exclusive. Imagine it would have worked if I had Catherine exclusive 3, Ben Austin exclusive 3, Him, even maybe without exclusive, you don't need exclusive. The goal is not to deal a crazy amount of damage, but the goal is mainly to apply bleeds. So you don't need exclusives on him. If you have need rolled, it's gonna work too. If you have Lucia, it's gonna work too. But here, Nicholas in this team was mandatory with first exclusive to apply the speed buff on my heroes. Otherwise, I would have failed using this team. Or maybe if I used another bleeder instead of him, it would have worked. It would probably have worked. So I could inflict many bleeds on the boss thanks to the pursuit of Ben Austin. Lucia can inflict up to 3 bleeds using the basic attack. So every turn with my Ben Austin, I would be able to inflict 2 bleeds from him and 3 bleeds from Lucia. That means 5 bleeds. If I use the ultimate of Hisaro, up to 4 more bleeds. That means 9 bleeds and 1 more basic attack from Lucia, 3 more bleeds. This is just insane, so probably it's gonna work if you use 2 bleeders instead of Nicholas. So tell me what you think about in the comment below. If you enjoyed the video, as usual, please like, comment and subscribe, and then see you in the next one. Bye bye!
Infinite Magicraid. Play to slay.